Edward Prendick is lost at sea, but is saved by a mysterious stranger.
Montgomery's a name. Don't worry, friend. You'll be safe with me.
And taken to an even more mysterious island.
Dr. Moreau. Ah, Montgomery. I've seen you picked up a straggler. My name's Dr. Moreau. Stay as long as you like. This is our biological station, of a sort.
But is he really saved?
My God, man, what are you doing? What are those creatures? What were they? Brendan, let's just get out. No, you gotta tell me what's going on.
Edward, stop making an ass out of yourself.
You gotta go.
Moreau's evil acts will leave you shocked. In this science fiction horror novel, discover the secrets of the island of Dr. Moreau. Critically acclaimed by the Dead Follies, Goodreads, and V.S. Pritchett. Alright, Beastmen. So apparently we have to do a boring old literary analysis about the book they wrote about us. So are you guys ready? Okay then, so here we begin. So starting off, we're going to talk about the themes and the thesis of the novel. The main theme in the novel was human nature and the qualities that make an animal and a human a human. And H.G. Wells pretty much alludes to the fact that the thesis is humans are not much alike from animals. This becomes obvious when you learn that the novel was published 40 years before the controversial publishings of Charles Darwin, who was a naturalist who spoke about the origins of man, which sparked lively debate in the New World. Darwin's idea that humans came from animals seemed to really have had an impact on H.G. Wells. Analyzing this quote from myself, Dr. Moreau, "These creatures you have seen are animals, carven and wrought into new shapes. To the study of the plasticity of living forms, my life has been devoted." Here we can see how H.G. Wells is really using Dr. Moreau as an argument towards his thesis. When Dr. Moreau says, "to the study of the plasticity of living forms," it really brings together what his character does for the thesis. His character manipulates and does surgery to these animals, almost distorting the line to a point where the reader can no longer tell the difference between the humans on the island and the animals. Now moving on to symbols, we'll talk about how the object and the setting played a significant role in the novel. The silver revolver played a significant role in the novel because it was the main object of authority that distinguished the humans from the animals. Myself, Montgomery, Prendick, when we had guns in our hands, we had power. We were the gods on the island. All the other beastmen were weak, pathetic characters that wouldn't even touch a gun, let alone even perform an act of rebellion. Moving on to the setting of the scene, our living quarters, which is only a small enclosure made out of dried volcanic rock with a thatched roof, it was yet another piece of symbolism that portrayed the dominance and authority that we had over the beastmen. It helped the reader distinguish between who was human and who was a beastman. But later, towards the end of the novel, when the shelter gets destroyed, we see this quote from Prendick, where he says, "Before me was the glittering desolation of the sea, the awful solitude upon which I had already suffered so much." This quotation gives us an idea of how much the humans relied on the shelter, how it provided them so much security in the fact knowing that they were human and the animals were outside. And here are just some citations from both the trailer and from this analysis. Thank you.
The Island of Dr. Moreau.